Hello, this is Gigal, and here I am again for the th time going to Cairo, Egypt. And inside the plane, I prepare my appointment of the next day, a really important meeting since it concerns my last two videos on dating datations that I invite you to watch if you do not know them. The links are under this screen. The first is Start of Disclosure in Egyptian Official Archaeology, and the second is Redatations and Discoveries in Egypt Part 2. And through the porthole I can see the little Horus of the Egyptair Company, and I feel very good auspicious. I arrived at night, it is more than 11 p.m. at Cairo airport, to get my suitcase in this ultra-modern airport recently built. Then I take the modern road to the city center with all its advertising billboards and all this traffic even at midnight, and this contrasts with the old part of Cairo with all its ancient monuments full of mysteries and secrets and covered with dust, in reality the sand of sandstorms that cover regularly Cairo. And I will soon arrive. And there, the next morning, I'm leaving home. It is 9 a.m. I am in Turkey, for those who know Cairo, and I have to go to Zamalek, where is a ministry. I will take the car, and you will see my short course. Since my last videos, where you have seen a lot of things about Dr. Saad's work and his research in Egypt, he has had a lot of interviews done by Egyptian state television and private channels, a lot of interviews in fact, and we shall talk to him. There we are in Zamalek, and we will soon be near the ministry.
المدير الأثري الدكتور خالد سعد، مدير آثار ما قبل التاريخ ومؤسس هذه الإدارة بوزارة الآثار، وكمان عضو الاتحاد العام للأثريين العرب، معانا النهارده وهيكلمنا عن كل هذه المفاجآت. صباح الخير يا دكتور خالد.
صباح النور.
صباح الفل دكتور خالد.
استخدم نفس الاسلوب حتى الان.
طيب لسه الدكتور خالد سعد معانا مشرفنا النهارده من القاهره. الحقيقه بس احنا عايزين نوضح، احنا لما بنقول انه في تقصير جدا النهارده، سريعا فاصل عشان اتاخرنا على حوارنا التاني.
So here I am in Zamalek, which is a small island in the middle of the Nile in the center of Cairo, where it's very difficult to park. I will soon get off the car because we are approaching the Egyptian Ministry of Antiquities. Here is the ministry. And you see me walking the 100 meters, separating me from my meeting. Here I am in the lobby to take the elevator to the office where my appointment is waiting for me. And when I entered the Dr. Saad's office, we get to know each other in reality, and
This is
Bonjour, c'est Gigal avec le Dr Saad au bureau du ministère et nous sommes très heureux aujourd'hui de cette rencontre et j'apprends énormément de choses. Ça fait des heures qu'il me montre des documents, des photos, tous les sites sur lesquels il travaille, énormément de nouveaux sites, il y a une centaine de sites en plus des 306 sites préhistoriques qu'on vient de découvrir, c'est incroyable. So, if you have heard well, they discovered 100 more prehistoric sites beside the 306 that I already told you about it. Dr. Saad shows me on his computer some pictures of the Naomi structures that we talked a lot about in my last videos from his field work, a very huge work in the archaeological field since he spends most of his time out of his Cairo office. And we talk about extraordinary discoveries not only of the Nawamis but also very ancient hydraulic structures in Sinai but also elsewhere in Egypt. And he also showed me his doctoral thesis, his PhD, specialized on petroglyphs and old drawings in caves and caverns in the great south of Egypt at Gift el-Kibir, but also elsewhere near the listed prehistoric sites. It's a very detailed study with each sign, and he found 100 that is only found in Egypt. Here is his thesis that I could carry with me to study and review for the next day. It's a very well presented thesis with hundreds of pages, and you can also see pictures of all the artifacts he could find on these sites before his thesis. This is also the size, thickness of the thesis, and I have not slept much to be able to study all that wonders. And here I am the next day returning to Zamalek for once again in his office. Hello, Dr. Saad.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine.
You're working very hard on all the prehistoric sites.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much to have received me today in the ministry.
You're welcome. What you say about our work?
Oh, it's amazing work. You are working very hard with a lot of people helping you, but you are the pivot, the center of all this research on prehistoric sites. It's amazing work, amazing, because very different from what we see in other places. Yeah. Throughout the afternoon, Dr. Saad showed me dozens of scientific publications in Arabic. He also showed me hundreds and hundreds of artifacts he found in the desert and referenced, like these magnificent prehistoric knives shaped in fish or birds that are real works of art. We also talked about conditions in the desert that we know well, which are very difficult conditions, and all his work collecting prehistoric objects. The desert is a great history for those who know it, and we always have a lot of things to share. To give you an idea of the difficult conditions and the ground, here is a short clip. Dr. Saad is in this clip very far in the extreme South Egypt, and you get the impression that it's hot but not too hot. But in fact, it's 40 degrees C, and there is an absolutely terrible wind desiccating. It's necessary to cover the skin a maximum to counter the UV, and there is a lot of reverberation, so it's difficult. And he spent the maximum of his time there, and I understand because the desert is an extraordinary place, and this very arid place is actually a mine of gold at the level of finds of prehistoric objects, traces, fossils, and Dr. Saad travels such sites all the time with his teams. And guess, what is this? I did not know at all. Well, this is scales of fossilized crocodiles. Dr. Saad also works with paleontologists and also worked on the Valley of Whales found in Fayoum. I would have the opportunity to talk about it again in other videos. And he also told me about the caves in which he spent whole nights with all the beauty of these stones and inscriptions. Redatations are going on and that are taking a lot of time. There is also a very important thing to understand, at least for this video. I could not show you specific places with latitudes and longitudes, etc., pictures of the discoveries that I saw myself in his office, because unfortunately these places have not had time to be protected, and it happened in the past that just discovered sites, people from suspect groups crossing the borders, knowing it, came to destroy everything with their cars the days that follow. There is therefore a great warning on the protection of these sites. It is very important for the moment to preserve these sites. Photos are taken, objects referenced and collected when possible. So for the future, I will go in the coming months on the ground, on the field, with the team of Dr. Saad, and you will be informed, of course. Don't miss to register to my YouTube channel, to my Instagram, to my Facebook, etc. And see you soon. Thank you.